Hi, my name is Justin, and I'm with Vital Air. Have you ever wondered what your HVAC systems need as far as maintenance? Or have you ever had a maintenance guy out and then he did a maintenance, but he never explained what he did? Well, I'm going to explain what we do today. Here, I'm working on a Linux system. Now here we can see that this system is a 14 SEER system. It's an AC, split AC with a furnace. This is a 2.5 ton system. That's what the 30 represents there. And this was installed sometime around 2019. So today I'm going to be checking our compressor amps. Right here we can find that we have the RLA. That's our 12.8. We want to see somewhere around that 6 mark is what we're going to be looking for today. Right here's our fan motor amps. It's about 1. We're going to be looking for about 0.5 to 0.6 today. We're also going to test the capacitor as well as the contactor. All right, now that we've got the condenser open and the electrical panel, we're going to look at the internal portions of the electrical system, such as the contactor, or you could call it your high voltage distribution system. That's where your high voltage comes into the system. And I'll show you here. So your high voltage is coming in right through here on these 2 legs. This is where your low voltage comes in, coming from your thermostat. So when your thermostat sends a call for cool, this guy plunges in, creating an arc. And if you look in there, you can see that this one is pitted. So this contactor would be deemed needing to be replaced. If not replaced, we run the risk of having this contactor ultimately weld itself to shut to the point that the outdoor unit doesn't cut off. There you can see these top 2 lugs is where the high voltage comes out, and you got a wire that goes to the capacitor, into the fan motor, and to the compressor. Over there is our capacitor. We'll test that in just a moment. All right, before we check the capacitor, we're going to go ahead and check our refrigerant pressures. It's important to note before checking refrigerant pressures that we've already replaced the air filter, so we know that the air filter is clean. We've got a moderate amount of dust and debris buildup inside the indoor furnace and on the secondary heat exchanger, which might be affecting our pressures just ever so slightly, but not enough to really matter. Doesn't negate the fact that we still need to do a secondary heat exchanger cleaning. It wouldn't be a bad idea for a duct cleaning as well here. But here are our pressures so far, which these pressures are ideal for the current indoor and outdoor temperatures. So this is what we would want to see. All right, here we have our capacitor. We're going to test this capacitor. We're going to test it on the Herm side, and we're going to test it on the fan side. First, we want to check, get it to focus here. We have a 40 plus 5 microfarad capacitor. So we're going to be looking for within 5% of that. Let's see what it looks like. Set our meter to microfarads. Grab our leads. And we are going to test from common to Herm. And we got 37.28. And that's out of 40. And on the fan side, so we'll go common to fan, we got 4.7. So, with that being said, this capacitor is considered failing according to the manufacturer's specification. So since we know that the capacitor is failing, it's important to note that this is an important part of this HVAC system, especially your outdoor unit. Without this, your fan motor doesn't run, your compressor doesn't run, you have no AC. So very important part here to not have fail. So this is a good catch on this maintenance today. This is what we're looking for.